Hi guys. Flugga.
Sorry, Brandon was on his phone, and the whole time I was waiting for him to clap. Do y'all remember the old video? They were on the school bus. It was Short Bus Shorty. Short Bus Shorty.
I was just telling Melissa that when she gets home to put the potatoes into the oven.
Potatoes. Boil, cook them, put them in a stew. I almost dropped the dice in that.
Oh, yeah.
10. 5.
5 and 10. All right.
Wait, hold on. 20.
In 19. Not bad. There we go. We're keeping that. I made an apple cider syrup.
I like the one from last week.
Yeah.
2 days ago.
Yeah. This is just an old fashioned with. I made a simple syrup out of it. So, honestly, I think what I will do is I'll use that syrup, but in the cocktail I made last week. Because the last week one obviously had a lot more ingredients.
Yeah.
This one was just like, I'm interested to see how it tastes. It's just an old fashioned. It's also different liquor. I didn't use scotch. I used whisk bourbon.
Okay.
So that's also part of it because it's an old fashioned.
I
But
told I hung out with Vanderwill, a bunch of them.
yeah.
Because Domo came into town, so I
Yeah.
dinner with them. He got very cross-faded, I think.
Domo did?
Yeah. But I was talking to Vanderwill.
I do miss him.
And he was like, yeah, I busted out like the old Buffalo House cocktail shit we used to do. And I was like, oh yeah? I was like, I gotta tell you about Brandon's shit. I was telling him about all that. I was like, dude, I can't even have an old fashioned at like an expensive bar. I was like, I got a $40 old fashioned. I was like, this sucks. Like, he's making some crazy shit. I told him about the banana bread one you made. I was like, yeah, literally, I took a sip and was like, this is fucking banana bread. Like, I don't know how he does it.
Yeah, that was. It's been fun. I'm trying to I'm trying to fuck around with new shit again. Christmas is coming around. My mom's asking for shit, so I'm like, all right, well, I'll come up with a couple.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna throw like 5 or 6 cocktail things I think would be cool to have around on an Amazon list and be like, there you go. Whatever, pick a thing and get me some jeans or some shit. I don't know what mom stuff does. Get me close.
I already know what I'm getting you.
I gotta figure out what I gotta get you because first of all, I'm gonna be working some overtime hopefully here next week, and that's gonna help.
I'm getting a little because we can't do any of our fixes during the day, and then it used to be we had 30 minutes at the end of the day, but now we have a meeting every day, so now we don't have that 30 minutes. So
that's
now
dumb.
It's like, do you want me to fix it? Can you approve me having overtime? Otherwise, I ain't getting done. Unless it's like today.
Yeah.
Where they told us yesterday we wouldn't have time in the morning to do it. But then there was 2 all-hand employee meetings. So there was like 4 hours where we could have worked in the morning. And we're like, you said we couldn't. But anyways, I'm getting a little bit of overtime now.
There you go. Yeah, no, they're offering it because it's the day after. Technically, we get Thursday and Friday off, so they're offering Friday and then they're offering Saturday.
Yeah,
they might cancel both. I talked to my steward because I was like, I want to make sure I can work them out. But I was just like, essentially, I'm literally looking at it as it's directly for mostly Christmas, and then
that's what
save a little. I'm gonna save half of it, and then the other half will go to Christmas gifts.
Yeah, I'm working that Thursday and Friday. I told them I didn't want to work that weekend because I want some time off. But yeah, I'm looking at the same thing. Double time, triple time. Let's go.
Yeah. And that was it. I was just like, you know what? That'll be really, really helpful. Hopefully,
yeah. Especially because between your Christmas present and Chrissy's Christmas present, that's $400. Yeah.
There you go.
Imagine what it could be.
It's a suit of armor.
That would be a few grand. Buddy.
No, I know. That said, I have definitely considered just being like, all right, like I really want to come up with the idea for an armor set and just draw it out and be like, hey Nick, I'm just gonna like.
He does a lot of like foam.
Yeah, so, yeah, I'm cool with that.
Which it'd be good for like. Maybe not good for Ren Fair because it gets muddy.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
But it'd be good for like a cosplay type deal. I
Yeah.
was thinking of hitting him up to do something soon too. Yeah, and I'm starting to get the Power Ranger outfit together. I think I'm switching to green.
Okay.
I think because I'm finding a lot of cool green shit. I'm not finding a lot of cool blue shit. You know, like
for some reason, I don't know why I feel like blue is harder to work with.
yeah. But green, I'm finding a lot of that, and then like I have like the purple stuff that kind of goes with it a little bit already. So
Yeah.
but I'm finding a lot of cool shit. I'm like Power Ranger next year. Let's go.
Yeah, I'm still in like, man, one day. But if there was ever a way I'd do it, it'd probably be that way, just to be like, all right, I have something.
Yeah.
But no. I was so the thing I was looking at before this was the fucking quarterback from the Giants. Basically, he's like benched. They put
No shit.
yeah.
Like out for the rest of the season.
Yeah. Like they made him quarterback number 4. And they signed someone like who's a backup quarterback to be backup quarterback number 3. So that he doesn't ever play the rest of the season.
Damn.
Well, essentially the idea is if he gets injured, it's going to cost them $20 million more. And he's playing like shit. So they're like, all right, no, there's no chance you're playing. We're just going to keep you on the roster. He's going to be a special teams, like, not even just like practice.
Yeah.
I guess some players on the team have been like, there's not a lot that's his fault. There's some shit. I think they're trying to, I don't know. It's a shit show. I was just like, this is funny. So they're putting in that Tommy DeVito guy.
I don't know who it is.
So they put him in last year. He's this dude whose name is Tommy DeVito. He was a third string quarterback. He finally made it in after their backup last year also sucked. And so they tried him out, and he did pretty well for like a couple games, and then as they went, like, it didn't go well the rest of it. But like, he's this like hyper Italian dude that still lives with his parents, like 3 miles away from the stadium. Like, he literally is, at the place he grew up in, 3 miles from the stadium. And then everyone was like, whoa, that's really dumb. And he was like, do you know how expensive it is to live here? He's like, I'm a fucking third string quarterback. Like, I'm trying to save that money for the rest of my life.
Yeah.
So he's just like, yeah. He's like, I live at home. My mom makes me chicken cutlets.
I would do it, man.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Everyone was just like, oh, that's the shit. And then he's got like an even more hyper Italian agent. He wears a full like hat and everything. It's crazy. And so like, he is now back. They put him in. They have another quarterback, to be honest, that I think they should start because I think he's better. But like, because this guy played last year, they're like, well,
It's a seniority thing, yeah.
Well, that, and he has the better experience with the system and schemes and shit versus the other guy. But again, I still think that other dude, it's going to be a game or two, and then that guy's going to go in, and then he'll play good and ish. But the team's terrible. Either way, that was also one of the things I was distracted with at the beginning of the episode was I finally saw Melissa's text saying like Daniel Jones is like released, and I was like, wait, what? And then it wasn't released, as he released a statement about the fact that he's like done at the Giants. And I was like, damn, like that's literally never happened. Like, a quarterback's never gone out and released a statement about like getting benched. They just get benched and they don't talk to the media.
Yeah. I mean, I get it.
Yeah.
I get it. It's maybe not the best PR, but I get it.
Yeah, I mean it's so. I mean, I think he wants to do it for him because he wants to just go somewhere else and prove it wrong. Because I think he's not bad. He's just never had a shot.
It's kind of like our Stafford, like didn't really have a team backing him. Yeah,
except he still didn't have the numbers.
Yeah, I mean,
but Daniel Jones also didn't have Megatron for a while.
Yeah.
That was quite a help for Stafford's status.
That was the thing, though, man. Like we had like 2 people. Like,
I mean, to be fair, like we had like a couple little stars here and there, because like there's definitely guys I remember. Like we had his name is Dre Sly. Or I think it, Slay Jr. He's now a cornerback for the Eagles and he's like a fucking star there, and he was always really good here. But like the
cogs weren't all there.
Yeah, it was like everyone else around him was bad. The coaching was bad. Yeah. The owner was bad. A lot of it was the owner. Forever too, and then like that's the biggest thing is like Dan Campbell was hired because whoever was running it before stepped down and handed it down to to Sheila Ham Ford, and now she is running it, and is like, all right, we figured it out. But like our GM used to work at Enterprise,
the car rental place.
Yeah.
It's fucking wild.
He apparently, like, he used to play in college. He was just never good enough to make it to the NFL. Well, he got injured as shit for like a while, and then he finally made his way back. But, like, obviously that kind of ruins a lot of it. And then, especially back then, and then he basically tried forever to be a scout and do stuff and couldn't get in anywhere and was just an enterprise worker for a while, like a manager. And then finally got a job working in PR as a like almost like an unpaid job at the Atlanta Hawks for the basketball team, just because it was anything to do with sports at all. And so one of the guys, like, it was like something like, oh, one of the dudes who happened to work for the Los Angeles Rams, God, yeah, or they were St. Louis at the time. So someone at the St. Louis Rams happened to like, that was on the football team, was at the stadium, and they knew that he was good at football. So like, one of his bosses that knew he was good for this position kind of introduced them to make the connection. He gets hired there. He's actually the one that scouted and drafted Jared Goff to the Rams.
Nice.
And stuff, because he worked his way up and stuff and blah blah blah.
You think they'll make a biopic about him in like 20 years?
I hope so.
That'd be dope. Like the new Moneyball.
I think if he plays his cards right, he really could build a dynasty. Like, the shit he's doing is crazy.
Yeah.
With all the draft picks, like, we legit, like, people are arguing, like, we have, between last year and this year, the 2 most successful drafts in both years, like, consecutively. And he's only been in the league for 3 years. And even then, like, 3 of the guys he got in the first one, like, the first pick, the very first person he drafted was a dude named Penei Sewell. He's our right tackle. He's the best right tackle in the entire league.
I know what it is.
Yeah.
There's a word that you said. You can continue talking. I just got to make sure it's something that I think of it.
Either way, like, I'm going to get off this a little bit because it's boring, but, like, he's the best in the league and will eventually move to left tackle, which is technically a harder position, but he's going to end up shining there and also making loads of fucking money. And I think he's going to stay his entire career here, kind of idea. And I think that's going to happen for a couple people. Like, there's going to be a lot of dudes that just retire here.
What was his name?
Penei Sewell.
All right. Sorry, there was My thing was a porn thing. Pine is a woman of Filipino descent. I remember scrolling through Pornhub like last year in Canada and being like, what the fuck is a pine?
Cause well, how's it spelled?
Pinay.
Oh, P-I. No, his is spelled Penei.
But you were like Pine, and I'm like, huh?
Something like it. I didn't even spell it right, but it's P-E for sure.
My brain full on flashback to the Pornhub homepage, and I was like, we got a what now?
You're like, I can see the ad again.
I'll click it, I guess.
It's just a stick figure jerking off.
Oh, shit. Grow your dick 1 inch every week.
Here's some grandma with her tits out. No!
Old ladies want to fuck.
Mom's near you.
Those are the ads I'm getting now. And
They're so old. God, they're gross.
It makes me feel old.
I'm so glad I don't.
Hot single women near you. Now it's like grandmas want to fuck. And I'm like, that's not what I want.
It's so funny to me that like infrequent times now that I do look at it, I'm just like, it's interesting what that is, because I actually do at this point like kind of glance. I'm like, like, what is it now? Like, what are the dumb ads now? Because some of them are pretty funny.
If you go to it with your browser cleared, because I've done that a few times where I'm like, like I got.
Oh God, I haven't done that for
shit
ever.
set up. Like it knows what I like, but sometimes I'll go like, let me clear my cache and like go in and see what they're recommending to like a new user. It's fucking weird.
I'm not even gonna bother. I mean, you know what? Actually, that's a lie. I probably should, just for the shit of it, because like I'm not.
Be careful.
You're not wrong.
Weird stuff.
Yeah, I'm not gonna do it. But either way, that's not how it's bad. But to wrap that up, like he's legitimately going to be a Hall of Fame player. Like he is so good. He beats the fuck out of people. Like it's awesome. Nice. So essentially and then in that same draft class he drafted St. Brown. I'm on Ross St. Brown. He's our star wide receiver.
I recognize the name, but I don't remember who he is. Yeah.
Like
I said, I'm not allowed to watch.
Yeah, you're not wrong. He's number 14, but he's I think he has like 45, 46 consecutive catches in a row.
Yeah, you talked about him last week.
I did, yeah. That's so like sorry, we talked about this on Tuesday, but like
it's all good, man. It's something to talk about. It's an exciting time.
It is. It's just like it's funny that like I was saying, because the idea is we're probably gonna lose our coordinators because they're so good. That they're gonna get head coach jobs.
Yeah.
They were both already getting offered head coaching jobs last year, and then both decided to stay, which everyone was like, what?
They want that Super Bowl win. Yeah.
And that's 100% it. They want to get that fucking Super Bowl, which I think it's going to happen this year. But my thing is I've commented it a couple times on like, Lions shit, being like, we need to just pay all of the coordinators dump loads of money, because they don't have like all the rosters. They have a salary cap. It gets adjusted every year according to whatever and blah blah blah, but there is a cap. When it comes to coaches, there is no cap, so they can just kind of offer whatever the fuck they want based on how much the franchise owns. We're owned by Ford.
Yeah.
Doesn't fucking matter. We can offer them the house. So, offer all three of them the house, keep them here, and just build a fucking crazy dynasty that constantly competes against the Chiefs, and then we can become hated by everyone else because it's just us versus the Chiefs, and then we can really have the Detroit versus everybody shirts. We already have the merch.
It's already there.
It's already there.
Most of us already have tattoos and shit. Like, it's already there.
But yeah, so like either way, no, it's just interesting that like realistically, like I think that's a thing. Is we're going to be one of those teams now for sure for the next 3 to 4 years consecutively. Considering injuries and shit.
Yeah, I can see it. Like, they're doing real good.
Yeah. I'm sorry. I there was one other thing I was going to talk about after this, but I blanked because I kept talking about. I was trying to wrap it up.
It's all right. What's wild is that felt like the end of an episode. Where I was like, all right, bye. Like I had the sigh where I was like, I'm tired now.
Yeah. No, I was. So obviously, like it's becoming winter now, but like I think.
Snowed.
What? Yeah,
Snowed.
it snowed today. That was fucking. That was all right.
I was mad about it.
It didn't stick. Honestly, like I hate to say it, but like now, like yeah, truly the only thing I don't like is that like I just get scared of driving on the highway because I have to drive on the highway every morning. And it's the ice thing, and I'm like, luckily, like it wasn't a threat today at all because it wasn't cold enough to be ice. But like, I was thinking about the fact that like once springtime comes around, we didn't go to Cedar Point this year. And last year, I think they announced that they were rebuilding the dragster to be essentially the better version of it. Go up, fall back down, then you relaunch again. So it's a lot longer, way more worth it, as in my ideally, and it's taller. So like, I was thinking like I really do want to go back. If that'll just be one of those, like, I might try and ask my supervisors to get some extra hours just to cover the fast pass so we can go. And then whenever it'll be a last minute, like, hey babe, this is the weekend we don't work, let's go. Cause like, I was thinking, I kind of miss going to theme parks. I haven't gone. Yeah. I think honestly, well, I don't know, it might have been 2 years. Maybe we went 2 years ago. Not last year for sure, but
2 or 3. I want to say 2 because you didn't go the year you bought the house. Did you?
No, it might have been. Yeah, it was 22. It was
Disney.
22.
Didn't you go to Disney?
We went to Disney. Yeah.
Yeah, it was right before you.
It was before we bought it.
Yeah.
We went to Disney when I was.
Yeah.
The house was on sale.
You signed some shit. Yeah.
Yeah, we did all of the showings while we were at Disney that weekend.
Yeah.
And then
I was somewhere. I was at home.
Oh yeah, you just stayed out of the house during the time.
I had to go to somebody's house to get out of the house.
God, that's such a weird time. Oh God, I forgot to tell you. So when I went to it was Bill's birthday last weekend or something on Sunday. So I went over there and my mom sent me to pick up the pizza for everyone. And I went to for whatever reason my mom ordered Domino's. But it's the Domino's.
Yeah, Domino's got better.
It was the Domino's by my old place though. Cuz it's the only one around, I guess. So I realized I was like, honestly, it looked like there was a little bit of traffic, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna drive past my old house, just because it's been. I have a legit reason to drive past it. Dude, he's done some good yard work to the front. Like he's done some legit like landscaping. There's extra brick.
Good.
And like a little bit of different trees and shit like that.
I thought you were gonna say there's a for sale sign, and I was literally gonna be like, "We gotta pause. I gotta call my dad right now."
Oh,
So I will buy that house.
if there was a for sale sign, I would have called you that
Yeah.
second. I would have been like, bro.
I'll be like, "Dad, cosign. I know the house. I know everything about it. It's good. Let's go." There's a wood shop. There's a wood shop in the basement. I can fix everything that's in it. Let's go.
Honestly, you know how funny it would be if we did that, and then we're just like, new podcast set. It's just back to basics for the first. We do it for one day.
Yeah.
We do it for just for the fuck of it. We do one episode on it. We film a bunch on these. One episode there,
Yeah.
and then oh my god, that'd be so funny, dude.
Yeah. Legit. I was like, you were like, yeah, I just drove by it for the fuck of it. I was like, if there's a fucking for sale sign, we are stopping the episode now. I'm calling my dad. I'm getting it done.
I already know how to make your master bedroom better, bud.
I can figure it out. I need a toilet. That's
Yeah.
it.
You, I was going to say, essentially, you would just remember that front office den thing.
Oh, yeah.
You knock that wall out, shrink that so it's not that, and then make the master a little bit bigger. Maybe install your own bathroom if you want.
Yeah.
But, even if it's just like a toilet and a sink, like your own private toilet and sink.
That's all I need.
Yeah, and then you have the shower. That's the community, whatever. But yeah, I was like, immediately as you said that idea, because I didn't even think about that. I was just like, I wonder what it looks like. Because I know, like, they're never moving.
Yeah.
100% that will be passed down kind of thing, because it was he's definitely very like
That's a
foreign.
generational wealth thing.
Yeah. And seemed like a nice dude though, but yeah, he asked me if I could get him in at my job because he found out where I work. I was like,
No.
I basically, I was like, yeah, like, you know, like if they're, I was like, they haven't told us in a long time when they're offering. They just randomly offer it and we find out they've already started. So I don't know. You'll just pay attention for it. But yeah, either way, he did that. He filled that front little nook, the sun nook in the kitchen.
Oh, yeah.
It's actually got plants in it. I this is all in one glance. I didn't drive past it twice. I just did it the one kind of barely slowed down. Like I was still going faster than the speed limit, like 20. You know, I went the speed limit of 25 instead of just like the 30.
Yeah.
Or whatever your coasting is at. But I was just like, yeah. Oh,
I needed that. I felt it.
I heard that. That was nice. I needed that. But nah, it was just weird. I was like, bro, it's been so long. Like,
I drove by the Buffalo House recently, and I got info on it.
no shit.
'Cause when I hung out with Vanderbilt and them, the old man is in a nursing home now. He's still doing all right, but you know he's old.
And he was just like, I'm done taking care of you.
Yeah, it sounds like the son isn't living there anymore. It's just Lynn. And we all got joking a little bit. It was Holloway that mentioned it, where he was like, we should have a party there again. We're like, how?
Just ask Glenn.
And then Holloway was like, what about like a 10-year reunion? And me and Vanderbilt were like, that's New Year's 2016.
In 2026, do a 10-year reunion party.
Like,
To be fair, I feel like the friend group is broken up so much. There's no way we could do it because everyone's grown up in so many different, vastly different ways.
True, but you know, if we posted like October of 25 and we were like, hey, 1/1/26 Buffalo House, it was me, Vanderbilt, you, Eric. If all of us posted that, doesn't matter how vastly dispersed everyone's gotten, everyone would be like, all right, one last time.
And it's actually us currently, but inside the Buffalo House from the kitchen. We're just like...
One last time.
And there's just...
you and I record a podcast before the party, yeah.
Dude.
Yeah.
I'm not going to lie. I would be like, we just film one in the kitchen, just empty.
Yeah, we do one podcast, and then we do what we did before, where we had the GoPro running around.
Yeah.
Just during the party, like one last, like, hey, we are fucking 34. We're done, but one last run.
Yeah, but like, this is a Saturday. Everyone's recovering this week. It's gonna be.
One last run.
God, that would be.
But I guarantee, if me, Vanderwill, you, and Eric all posted.
And if
26.
Well, especially because the thing is too is like it's going to be done the way we would do it as 30-year-olds. It's not going to be 20-year-old stuff because that actually no one maybe chunks of stuff.
If that one neighbor is still there, who called the cops on us all the time, I think we would do it as 20-year-olds because now we're 30-year-olds with money.
Yes,
so we're gonna be like, if the cops arrive, and we do have to bail somebody out. We have a fund.
Honestly, like I was just like, I guess my thought was more of like, we're still gonna party and drink and all that crazy shit like we were 20, but like now I'm probably gonna be like, all right, bro, I'm making like we're drinking nothing but a fucking custom batched cocktail for me and you, and then I'll make some massive party drink.
Yeah, it wouldn't be like the jungle juice that's gonna get you mad hungover. It would be like a cocktail that's gonna get you drunk and you're gonna be fine-ish the next day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, like, we're getting everyone fucking lit real quick with some crazy, probably good food because people can, we would literally just be like, all right, like, if you can, here's a Cash App.
Yeah.
We'd all throw in on a bunch of food and be like, please help us pay for the food that was here, whatever it is.
Yeah. And I'm pretty sure we could, I bet we could convince Lynn to rent us the Buffalo House for a weekend. Or like 3 days.
I mean, that's what we would do, really.
Yeah, we would be like, hey, 3 days. Like, I guarantee we could throw like a couple thousand at him and be like, give us a house for a weekend. One last hurrah. Like,
I don't think we would even.
I don't think we would need to do a couple thousand.
No, honestly, I think all we do was just like, hey, like, we're the same dudes from before. Like, can we throw one giant party again? And I think the idea of that, knowing,
I think he would go to the party.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'd just be like, yeah, of course you're welcome to come walk around, hang out, whatever. Yeah. But like, it's just gonna be it's a lot. Like, Domo is like, oh, I gotta go back. Like, Domo's coming home.
I gotta go.
Like, people that moved away would be like,
oh yeah,
debating like, do I have another reason to come back so I can like
one last hurrah?
Yeah, because like
it'd be fun. I don't know if we're gonna do it, but we talked about it a little bit. We're like, Vanderbilt's like, that'd probably be a lot of money, and I'm like, we got like a year to do it. And
we're also we're not.
We're all making a lot more money than we were when we were living there.
Yeah, your mind immediately starts thinking about what we used to have to do back then. It's like, wait, no, we all have legit jobs now, and if we don't,
something's wrong. But yeah, I looked at her and I was like, dude, I'm gonna make over $100K this year, and it's a slow year. Next year's supposed to be a lot. We could do it next year. I'm like, we got all 25.
We can do some shit. Yeah, I would. Boy, that'd be interesting. That would definitely be quite an event. I don't know. It's fun to think about. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Even if it's not this year, in a couple years or whatever.
I was joking with him a little bit. I was like, it's gonna be funny because I'm gonna start dating again next year, and I'm gonna get in a serious, committed relationship, and then it's gonna be like almost New Year's, and I'm gonna be like, babe, you gotta see some weird shit. I can fill you in on it all now, or I can fill you in on it later. I'm gonna be a different person.
She's just gonna be like, wait, no.
I'm sorry.
Me, you, and Brandon are gonna be a nightmare.
And be like, it's my 10-year reunion. She's gonna be like, you graduated high school in 2016, and we'll be like, no.
The Buffalo House.
Buffalo.
We're gonna fuck up. I'm passing out by the bonfire again.
Someone's gonna go to jail. Why do you think I have 30 grand saved up?
Well, here's the problem, though, is like you got to think about it this way too. Like, we do that. We invite all the people that used to go to there, and that's a lot of people. We now have a podcast and have told a lot of people about it. So, like, we're gonna have to invite like other people.
Yeah, and I feel like we would. Like we'd invite people that haven't gone to them that wanted to. Like I'd probably invite some of my cosplay buddies.
We'd have to set up a tent in the backyard, so there's like a legit other setup that does it. Because otherwise, like, there's no. I mean, that I don't know. I guess we did that giant party.
We did the Halloween one.
You're not wrong.
300 people.
You're not wrong. We could do it. I guess I was just thinking, like, man, like. Yeah, because, we're not all of them are not also inviting extended. It'd be like, all right, we can keep it to, like, we're probably inviting, like, 50 to 60 people of ourselves.
Yeah.
Maybe probably about 100 people.
Yeah. I was telling him, I was like, I'd be down to rent a warehouse. Like, somewhere that we could rent, like, that has, like, maybe campground or something to where it's, like, we do a Buffalo House festival. I
mean, I don't think people would go to that. I think I
think people would go to the house.
But. Yeah, it would require the physical location of the same place. Of being like, all right, we're going to literally to the old stomping ground, not just like a place with some people that I haven't talked to in forever. It's just like, all right, now we're like, because like again, like having that nostalgia of all the flashbacks everyone's gonna have as they show up to that place.
Yeah,
try and find a parking spot.
Oh yeah, because I don't live there anymore. I would have to find a parking spot. Fuck you.
No, we're gonna. Yeah, no, we again, if we're hosting it and we're doing shit like, again, we're filming a fucking podcast in there. We're like, all right, we're gonna do that, and then
bust out the GoPros.
Yeah, get honestly, we're also decorating shit. We're gonna spend a day decorating prior to the party, getting things set up to it, and then even the day of, like prior to that night, setting it up more. Yeah. But if we're doing it, we are lugging the whole thing.
Oh yeah.
Like, I honestly, like, my thought is literally we're just setting this table up with a computer, like, all set up all, like this, just in the middle of the fucking kitchen.
Do it in the kitchen, yeah. Or in the basement.
Both. If we have it, like, it's
transition.
Old school fucking this boom, and then we're in the basement, and then because, like, honestly, like, I think it'd be funny if, like, because in the kitchen setup we can also do like one facing the way of where, like, the the stairs are to go upstairs, all that, and then we can either flip it to go to
the downstairs.
Well, flip it to like towards the
that big window in the back.
Yeah,
the backyard.
Towards the backyard with the kitchen there and the fridge, or towards the other little living room with the fireplace and the bathroom corner.
Yeah, that
side. Or we can just keep, like, every 15 minutes it, like, rotates, and then we, like, end up in the basement, and then in the hallway upstairs.
Yeah, by the safe. We could do it in the master bedroom.
Mm-hmm. And in the master bedroom with the closet.
Yeah.
That was just us standing there with the mics.
Yeah.
With extending from that master bedroom. But, like, I mean, it would be a lot of effort. It would take us the entire day. But I think it'd be funny to be like, all right, we talk about the Buffalo House. We should show, like, we're not going to do every single little room. I mean, honestly, we could just do like a tour.
We could take a camera.
Honestly, you're not wrong. The better way to do that is just set up in the living room and then be like, all right, we're going to do a tour, and then do a tour, and then go back to that spot and film. But we can talk about spots, and when we filmed, we can film footage of the spots, and as we're talking about it, post edit. Because honestly, I feel like that's the kind of episode that it is like we're not gonna do that like as a weekly release. It's a special like
drop on a Friday,
or even if it's just planned like well in advance. Like honestly, we know it's dropping then.
It would be dope if we could record it and edit it before the party, and then just have it playing like on a small screen like during the party.
Oh god, they'd be like, what?
That would be the most fucking conceited thing we could do.
100%. Also, I don't have the energy to do that and then also party the next night.
I don't either.
Because all of that editing would be atrocious. I mean, it's not atrocious. I can, as I'm thinking about it, I still do it, but like it would be
it'd be a few hours.
Yeah. And then also I would I'd want to throw in some footage from the party.
Yeah. It would be a dope time though. Like, truthfully.
Take the GoPro footage and turn it on like 20,000% speed, so it's just like everyone can see it, but there's no way anyone can make out anything incriminating on accident.
Because there will be incriminating shit.
We pause it and it's just one still image of in there.
Vanderwill and I talked about this happened to both of us at two separate parties where we walked into a room and we're like, oh. We're like, we're okay with some drugs, not those drugs. Like,
yeah. I mean, I definitely, again, I kicked out that dude selling coke and heroin.
Yeah. I would have been moderately okay with coke now.
Agreed. Everyone was pretty much like,
yeah,
it's the heroin. It's a whole, there's no one's doing.
The heroin is the problem.
Yes. Coke, well, again, that was pre-fentanyl.
Yeah.
Issues. So coke, again, it was an issue, but it wasn't an issue.
And now you can get like a testing kit, and like I would, not being a young 20-year-old, being a 30-year-old responsible man, I'd be like, I'm cool with you doing drugs. Here's a testing kit.
We would pre-buy a bunch of testing kits just in case, and then like the cops show up and they're like, don't worry, we have fentanyl testing kits in case
everybody gets ID'd.
There's no accidental overdoses.
Testing kits. There's Narcan in the corner. There's Narcan in that corner.
Honestly, like we have like at this point like 9 nurses here.
Yeah.
And a
priest just in case.
If they die, he can bless them.
I can bring him to back, and if I fuck up and can't, I'll give him the final race.
Len did say he wants another pool so we can dig a giant hole.
Yeah.
No, it was legit though. There are like probably at this point, I would imagine at least like
4 more waterfalls.
I was gonna say like 5 to 7 nurse, like medical field people.
Yeah, and bless you. Bless you. Bless you.
Gosh, sorry. But yeah.
Yeah. And a couple of people going through med school and shit too. Yeah.
Yeah, like legit. Like it's gonna be it'd be interesting.
It would be incredible. Especially if I did invite like my cosplay friends, because they've heard about it, and a couple of them have gone, but like they try to explain it to the people I've gone to like the cosplay parties with. They're like, no, this is fun, this is big, and it's dope.
That was a different thing.
Like, his was different. I'm like, yeah,
Like,
Buffalo House was a lot different.
Like, it wasn't the biggest place in the world, but it was big and separated into different sections. So you truly felt like there was corridors that people hung out in, and everyone like rotated in the corridors. Yeah. Like, the bedrooms were a thing.
Yeah.
The
yeah.
Not for me.
Somewhat for me, but I usually went to bed at that time.
Yeah. No, but legit though, like there was like Eric's room was the smoke room.
Yeah.
In the house, so like everyone was walking through the hallway to go to the smoke room. Pretty much, and after that, all the other rooms were closed. But like, Mike's room was for hiding underage people if the cops showed up.
Generally speaking, we did not know they were underage, or we were cool with them being there so long as they did not drink.
Yeah, pretty much. It was just like, that was we have so many people here we don't know. If you happen to fucking be here.
Yeah. We're not going to kick you out. We're not going to get you in trouble, but you're not here.
Yeah.
Go in the room that's hidden.
Yeah, that was fun. And just be like, oh, fuck, there really are a lot of people we don't know. Like, there's going to be at least a couple. Yeah. And then the basement was just straight up like the dance or beer pong drinking games.
There was a hookah lounge occasionally too.
Hookah lounge for sure. And I'm gonna say that is
hookah.
As you said that, I was like, to be honest, like, there's a couple times I've enjoyed going to a hookah lounge. Very few. I haven't gone in at least 10 years.
In a while. It'd be nice to go and like have some board games. You know,
honestly, like, almost every time I always ended up getting to a point where I got too sick because it's so potent.
I never did.
Like, sometimes I did, but also, I don't know, maybe I just smoked too much or chiefed too much because I do.
Yeah. To me, it was like, it felt like a nebulizer.
Yeah,
like,
that's fair.
It made my lungs work better. If that makes sense.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like my friend Allah would just be like, hey, take us to a great one. That'd be a good idea. I'd be like, hey, where's the good one to go to? But like, yeah, I also, you said that and I thought about all the different times that we just chilled in that basement and just like smoked hookah and played card games with like 6 people.
Yeah. They're nice vibes. I would like to do that where I live now. Just have some people come over and chill. But the house is a little tiny. Also, I get very tired. So, like, when people do come over at, like, 9, 10 o'clock, I'm like, good night.
It's so hard. Yeah, that was, like, yesterday. Like, I still had hung out with Andy, and he asked us to be his groomsmen. Yeah. Which was great. It was great surprise because we were just hanging out like for a guy's night, and then he was like, "Yo," and we were like, "Yeah," but it's a weekday, so like I left there probably around like 9 o'clock ish. Didn't get home until about 10 o'clock, and then really didn't get to bed till about 11 because I like ate a little bit more when I got home and was like, all right, well, I haven't hung out with Melissa at all, so we basically just like got to shoot the shit for 30-ish minutes before we were like, all right, we have to go to bed because we both, so I'm like, I'm tired. That's why I'm probably a little bit rambly.
Me too.
Yeah.
I've just been busy. It sucks with other things too, like D&D. Like everyone I play D&D with, they're like, yeah, I go into work at like 8 or 9, and I'm like, fuck you.
Yeah.
I'm like, I gotta wake up at like 5.
I keep thinking more and more about the fact that like statistically there's like the fact that like when you get, I think it's like obviously it's like something like per hour of sleep you don't get under 8 hours. Medically, like it just like increases your chance of heart attacks and shit by a lot. And because like there's a sleep doctor guy now who's like that guy.
Yeah.
He's hyper obsessed with like studying like how sleep is affecting us and the recovery and all kinds of shit. So he was just like, yeah. So now I just think about the fact that like
I'm gonna die early.
Yeah, I was like, every day I'm just like, I get up an hour before Melissa, at least an hour every day, and then like I don't get to bed early enough, and then I just I'm just I'm like calculating like, is it like 8 years, is it 10 years that I'm taking off to like stay up and watch Great British Bake Off?
Here's the thing though too.
Worth it?
I don't want to be old.
I
Like every time I hear like, oh, you took like 10 years off your life, I'm like, cool. Let me die at 69.
That's fair.
That's a good year.
I see like, so there's like the part of me that's like, I guess it's the FOMO part of me.
Yeah.
I don't necessarily obviously want to, like, I want to be around for as long as she is. But then it's also the like, I'm just interested in what happens.
Yeah.
Because at that point, it really becomes like, you have now seen a lot of the past.
Yeah.
So the distant past is even distanter, and now you're really kind of seeing how a lot of those former things get to play out in your life and how they've evolved. And so I'm kind of interested in like that aspect of things as we get older, of seeing like, you know, like, I mean, shit, the repercussions of what have happened right now because of 9/11. Like that one thing of our entire childhood life.
I thought we were talking about our current administration or our administration that's coming in January.
Well, that's what I mean. But like that trickled from this, and then that trickled from the 80s of the original Bush, and then that trickled from the British, and then that
yeah.
It is just one of those like, all right, like it's interesting like watching the timeline play out as we're also just enjoying our lives and trying to do fun shit. But like that is kind of like other than obviously like eventually like if we birth a thing, and hopefully not soon, think knocking on wood that it doesn't, just making sure there's no accident because I'm talking about it. Like if I was like, other than that kind of thing stick around for,
I get that.
I want that again, totally that aside. I think it'd just be interesting to be like, all right, like I'm interested to see what the technology, when do we finally get the fucking flying car? When do we get,
We have.
I mean, around, when is it the car? When, not just we have a car, we have, I don't think we will either, but I'm interested in like, what does that technology actually end up becoming? Is it, do we go to the whole, now that Elon's in, does he actually finally like break down all the red tape so he can speed the fuck up out of that whole like car through the tunnel bullshit he was doing? And then like so my theory right now, totally unthought of, coming up with on the spot, he gets in the government bullshit like that, and then he starts doing that. He quickly just starts building millions of tunnels under LA. In like the third year of Trump's presidency, all of LA collapses because Elon Musk improperly tunneled like a mole rat under all of LA. And fucking and the entire Hollywood of industry finally moves out of California because LA legitimately collapsed.
Hey, see, we're gonna lose California.
Yeah, and then that is what triggers the San Bernardino earthquake that breaks the fault line, the San Bernardino fault line.
You mean the San Andreas fault line?
No. Yes?
San Bernardino?
I thought it was San Bernardino was the name.
I don't remember.
I don't know either. The most I know about this movie is that one movie The Rock did about it.
I thought it was San Andreas.
It was maybe it is San Andreas. I don't know, but it was like, yeah, it was.
Yeah, San Andreas fault line.
Oh, sorry, San Andreas fault line. My bad.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's what ends up cracking the San Andreas fault line. What?
Oh shit.
And ends up losing California because of Elon Musk, because he's what I can't. Oh,
that's a literal line on the fault line.
Oh, that's cool.
It's coming.
That's funny.
It's coming.
It's gonna happen. And then like there's just gonna be a bunch of people eating avocado like, no.
They can't even afford avocado.
They can't afford avocado.
Yeah.
Thank you guys for watching so much. Thanks for putting up with us. We love you guys. Be nice to those that deserve it.
Fight those that don't.
Bye, guys.